Hello everyone and welcome to a nice new day in the War Within. Season 3 is ongoing. I hope you had a bit luck on your world yesterday. Also remix is getting started, and today I want to present you my first timed Gambit plus 17 and with a semi-team comp with the perfect buffs happening for Windwalker at least. Here's you again. I just told them which target I am going to kick. It was non-voice, even if it's a semi-team group. At least the tank is a friend of mine, and the DK and the shaman also were friends from the warrior. So here, see nothing too special, just the first quite standard pull. Just make sure to use some defensives, focus the Goliath with Bloodlust. Make sure to just save your major Death City at the later pack start. Like in here, you see I still got my big defensive, just use it now, and I'm still completely focusing on the Goliath, yeah? You can also just use your Ring of Peace to just try to keep those sets nearby you. Also just stun them whenever you can and just focus the priority target to Goliath here, because this is the onlyest one that needs to be dying fast so that the tank can just go and continue on pulling the next trash packs. Yeah, here you see the next two packs just played quite normally. Kicks are not that important in this dungeon, I think, at least not in this early start. Later on, after the first boss, there were some kicks that has to be done quite good, otherwise you may die. But here you just should try to focus a bit on the scale binders, because those are the two mobs that are spawning this the standard that is being healing the other ones, so just go and kill them ASAP. Try to not let them run away. And just kill those. Here you see the fish sticks, yeah, that was what I was meaning with standard. Again, I just focus the Fishmancer just for the kicks and wait for the Goliath. By the way, some are going to focus the fish sticks. I don't think this is really quite necessary. Just off-cleave them. They got not that many HP on the bars, so just focus your major targets. I switched late here at the Goliaths for some not really good reasons. I thought like for the kick situation is important, but to be fair, I should have switched a lot earlier to the Goliath like I'm doing now, to just make sure I got more priority damage on going on the right target. And should have used a little bit earlier some defenses, because the second pack, especially without Bloodlust, can hurt a lot, so just make sure to play nicely around your defensives on the next trash pack like this one, because it can definitely hurt a bit. So nothing special going on for the next 1 to 2 minutes, I think. Just one more trash pack before we going over to the Guardians. Guardians are a little bit wonky, especially as melee, but next just standard pull, the third big one. You can still just blast your cooldowns, do not save them, it's not really worth it. So just always try to push them on CD to just have the best outcome on your damage meters. But while you're just watching this trash pack, I just wanna say thank you for watching already, and also of course thank you for supporting me by watching. I just hope you liked the video. If you have any questions, just leave some comments below the video, as well like an abo, a subscribe would be really appreciated. Thank you already in advance for that. Yep. and here you see as well Ring of Peace, just to care about the scale binders and not leave them, let them go to the other group, just not body pull with that, because they can aggro pull sometimes. Shouldn't happen, but sometimes, yeah, game is buggy, or at least it's just like maybe some other people just running after them and just haven't seen a group and just body pulling the next pack that we do not need on this one. So just make sure to use grabs if you're decay. Grabs are here really good, by the way, in this dungeon, so that's why we have all the good decay with a good amount of DPS as well, of course. Yeah, Frost Decay is really ruling the meters for now. It's really a good option, especially to your fist comp as well. Can play with enhancement or just elementalists, because elementalists are also just topping the meters for now. So a good addition to a group is definitely a Frost Decay. You got a CR, you have grabs, you have aim set, so. But I think I will make a video about comps things that may make it easier for you to just time keys. But those video will go live later on, maybe next, or maybe in 2 weeks or so, when I find some time. Okay, first boss, first luck. We just played the boss with the Guardians, as you can see here. I think we just want to go safe with a little bit lower groups. Especially like on lower keys, I think 14, 15s, it's not necessary to do that. You will see we got a lot of time left on this key, so just play it safe. We also double plus this one, I think. So if you just want to go safe, just play the Guardians before you're going to play the boss. On the boss itself, a small explanation. So you see now the intermission. The intermission has got 4 orbs that had to be placed. Like I'm going to place now 2 of them into those yeah, in those 2 or 3, no 4, in those 4 side zones. You can see now the lights on them, where you have to place them just by clicking. And one of your 5 players, normally it's been done by the healer, has to click at the console. Yeah, just going to stop fast to just explain you the boss mechanic. Here's the console in the intermission. I will just go fast back to make it more clear on a good spot. Give me a second to just find it for you, because this is important. If you don't know the boss mechanic, it's kind of bad. So let's stop here. Here you see the pillars, or the thing where you have to just put the orbs from the middle into the side zones here, yeah. And if we're just going to go on, here you see on this one, here's the console at the front. I think it's a druid, yeah, you can see here a druid is on the console, as I mentioned before, the healer, just to make those 4 orbs visible where you have to place them, yeah, to just watch that the console, watch what the healer is doing at the front, take your orbs and just place them in whatever zones you have to place them. Yeah, here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So not that big of a deal. And after this one, boss is getting attacked. We can attack the boss again, and the boss is spawning a AoE zone in the middle if you take too long in this one. But I think in higher keys, at least if it's not hard mode, because in hard mode it's a little bit different, but I may make a video at hard mode as well. So it's just like to put them in, and no more things to be worried about. Here's the next mechanic, by the way, being followed now by the Elementalist Shaman. Just make sure to not place those purifying light in the middle where those orbs are spawning in intermission, otherwise it may hurt you a lot. Like this is not the best option. Just move a little bit earlier to just place a light away from the middle. But yeah, I was greedy, to be fair. I have seen it too late, but it's still fine unless you leave the 4 spots in the middle free. The middle itself is okay, but yeah, not pretty well played by me, to be fair. But as melee, it's a bit harder to just pre-position yourself perfect for the purifying light. So here again, intermission, as mentioned before, 4 zones It has to be placed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bosses again able to be attacked. Yeah, you see, it normally takes like under 10 seconds to just make the boss attackable again. And the last mechanic, the boss is spawning 2 ads. Those ads have to be killed, especially before the boss is going into intermission. Otherwise, it's going to manipulate on those cons on the sides, and you cannot put your rope inside those. Yeah? So just make sure to always kill the ads before the boss is going into intermission. I would just recommend off-cleaving them as long as possible to just keep the damage high on your boss. Because every intermission of course costs time, even if this is not a time key, at least not on 17, yeah. Still on 17, it's definitely just to play it well. If you have nice damage ongoing, so just play it safe and make sure to do some defensives around the AoE situations. Here, now it's kind of scary, especially on yellow, because yellow is just completely full with those lights, so it's the best to just let it be done by your tank, because you just can run into that one, or Decay, as Decay did it on this one, I think, because they have better immunities than you got, so do not wiggle around too much about those stuff, just make sure to survive. Because dying on this one just costs time and of course costs a CR. So alright, now comes a little bit the scary part, I think, especially for some groups that got some people that are lazy on kicks, because those bolts are going to one-shot you sometimes, so you should really make sure to just kick those. Here, by the way, I think someone body pulled the deckhand. You can, yeah, someone pulled that one. I hope it wasn't me, but I'm not sure. You can skip that one if you have enough percentages. And makes it a little bit easier, this pull here, but yeah, just like 2 kicks, I'm always just focusing star, also just staying on star completely on this pack, not going to cleave on something, just fully focusing on kicks. I should do the same as well in here. And that's also a reason on decays, by the way, here, because for the next packs we'll have some nice grabs to be done to just make it easier to gather these packs. So decay in this one is really strong, not even for damage, also just for utility situations. They could also rage, I think, so if your class, I think like druids can de-rage, for example. I don't know if it's been able to be done by heal druid, but I think so. I think it's just in the normal talent tree that can be picked by everyone. But yeah, it's not that necessary, just like the tank has to cut a bit more around here. But it's still okay-ish. So here you can see the tank is going to play it super safe. It's not going over to just double pack it. Normally some people are double packing it. On the pack is coming now on the left side, running to us, as you can see. And now, of course, that's why I was saying about decays. Decay grabs are really strong here. Yeah, here we fucked up a kick, I think. I just could have used my Ring of Peace, but I just wanted not to use it on that one because it just kicks sometimes those adds a little bit wonky. So Ring of Peace is a bit scary sometimes here. But now you see I just used my Ring of Peace to knock them back into the right direction. Just make sure to not knock them back, by the way, into the back of your tank, because that can lead to a wipe. I had that one situation before, another key, where I just killed our tank because the officers got raged, and then I just kicked them into the back of in the back with my Ring of Peace, I think, or at least even before they got raged, because I think if they're going to rage, they are not stun immune and immune to knockbacks, but I'm not sure about that one. Yeah, here just recommend saving some CDs, because now is coming the hardest part of the dungeon, I think. Next boss is really a badass boss, especially for melee. I think if you have a good group with good movement stuff, it's okay, but it can get very fast wonky. So just make sure here to always stack together as long as possible, to just bait the ads that has to be taken by the breath. Yeah, so if you're a tank on the next boss, they are spawning I think 4 ads or so, being just targeted by random players, by all players except the tank, I think. So everyone has to bait one of those ads. That's why it should just stay together, so they're getting baited on the right positions, so that the cone of the boss, the breath, is being on the right position for all of the ads ongoing. Because if you stay wrong and you split, those ads might split as well, and you as tanker cannot focus all of those ads in one breath. Yeah, so that's a bit scary. Also, there are coming some anchor shots where you're just targeted by them and getting grabbed a little bit. It's not that big of a deal. Just if you're grabbed by them by yourself, you just can use some like speed totems or raw if you do it, or just your own speed buffs. Or roll is also helping on this. Here you see ads being perfect in the beam if you are going to just stay together. And of course you also have to bait those fire puddles. Yeah, fire puddles are always spawning under a person, like you can see here. And you see also the eyes above your character. That means that you are being targeted by one ad. Yeah, but I think you've always been targeted by one ad on each of those ad faces. Like now, breath is coming, you see. Here, scary. Just move right. Perfect. Boss already under 50%. You should also use your second bloodlust for this boss, because this is the most annoying and most scary part. Here, see the by the way, the red arrow above my character. I hope you have seen that one. Otherwise, just go and scroll back a bit. That is that you're being targeted by those fields. Yeah, that's the fields that are coming with the here again on me, the red circles. Yeah, you're targeted by the red circles and they are spawning under you. So just make sure to move right there. And here you should try to kill the ads a bit. Here you have seen my touch of death on this ad to just directly kill it, because those ads can hurt a lot. Yeah, so make sure to stun them, to knock them back, to knock them up. I don't know why our shaman didn't use like a knock up from his thunder, but yeah, don't know. Now he did it, by the way. Now he didn't, it died instantly, I think. But yeah. You see, on higher ones, it can get very hard and fast, a little bit disgusting if you do not stack perfectly. I think I may have played a little bit wrong as well, where we were just running over, but it was just to play it safe on my position. I just didn't want to die. Maybe some others just moved too late, I think, but yeah, as you see now, everything is alright. And we kill the boss. Here's in the right side, 17:29 is the timer for the boss. And the other see, because it's lightning green, it always compares your last run that you have done. And you see, it's still the fastest run I did on a 17, considering to a lower one, to 16. Still faster on a 17 than I were on 16. So you see, time is not a problem if you have a good group with DPS output, especially on the bosses, especially on the second boss, because the second boss has to die really quick. So pulling something risky is not the goal in here. Yeah, here you have also really important kicks to be done, and you have to focus the wandering pulsar. You see it now here ongoing. I'm always using my crackling yard lightning. I'm going to save the stacks for this just to kill it ASAP to help the healer out to save as many damage income as possible, because those pulsars are making a lot of damage. Also save some TDs for them if they are spawning. They are spawning by the Starseers, by the way, yeah? So make sure to just target the Starseer to just kill them ASAP. So you may have only one pulsar because they are spawning those again and again, yeah? It's just like a rotation. Here again, crackling yard lightning, again being used on the pulsar. Primary focused. Back to the Starseer. Kicks in the back, perfectly done by the warrior tank. Again, kicked my star target. And a pulsar beam, crackling yard lightning, that's a fucking hard word. Kicks being done. Here just going to kick purple because mine was kicked already. And here, by the way, the cast Unstable Rift that you can see now by the ritualists. This one is a lot more important to be kicked than the bolts. Yeah, bolts can also just kill you, of course, but the rifts are doing, like, I think group damage around 70 million damage to all of you, so it can lead to a wipe, I think, if those are not being kicked on plus 17 key. So make sure to priority focus on this 100%, otherwise your group can die. So here again, nothing especially ongoing. Just Starseers, ritualists, kick the ritualists. Focus here on the pulsar again. Here it was not to attack for me. It did like LOS for some reasons and into the wall. That's a little bit unfortunate. So you may should not tank the Starseer too close to the wall. Maybe just go a little bit early on to the boss, so you also save time in running. But yeah, you see time is more than fine. Still like 8 minutes left on this one. And that's really good for a plus 17, I think. Even if the last boss takes a lot on time because he has 2 phases. But yeah, here you see the first mechanic on the boss. He's spawning assassins under you, so just make sure to kick them. If you have a DK like we got in here, just go and grab them in if you can. As Windwalker, you can help a bit with Ring of Peace, with stuns as well, but you cannot stun them and control their I don't know, the beam, or they're just jumping away or so. I think it's a jump if I'm not wrong. So you cannot stop the jump, but you can at least stun them and mine some damage income. But just focus at the boss, by the way. Do not focus too hard on the ads. The ads are not that important. To just off cleave is more than fine, I think. So the boss also is spawning a big circle. Yeah, the big circle has to, or should be played mostly by your healer, because he can just focus on the group HP. It's doing AoE damage. Like here you can see the next one. Healer already running to it directly to just activate it. I think you have to activate it. Let me see, 1 second time. I think you have to activate it 3 times. So you see he's doing it perfectly 3 times. Yeah, it's 3 times to be activated. Then you see just a small circle still here, a small circle. If it's like this, this size, you just can leave it, yeah? So it's just one more stack, so just activate it 3 times as healer. Care about your group, care about the shuriken blitz as well, by the way. And after 3, you just can leave it like this, so it's just one more explosion, like it would explode on a normal way. But just go and activate it 3 times as healer. Of course, if a healer is struggling, especially maybe in the intermission, to just keep up the group, it can be also done by the tank, or also be done by, especially be done by the ranges, because as melee, you should focus a bit more on a boss to just make sure that the boss is dying, so you're losing too much uptime if you are playing this mechanic. Here you see the next mechanic. It's just like to spread around those stars. Those stars has to be hit by every line. You see the lines here. It's a bit hard sometimes because it doesn't go through you to your character. But if you just see it's pulsing like this through this arrow, you just can make a line further to your character. So we see, okay, I'm gonna hit it. Usually defensive if you have. I did use diffuse magic, as you can see, still 4 seconds, casted on 1.8 seconds, so this is a good one to save for this intermission. Boss is just being full life again. That's like the intermission that's going on, I think 2 times. That's the first time. After boss is again full HP, and then it should just care for your CDs with Bloodlust as well, just to make sure to just blast the boss, because now it's coming the harder part of the boss, I think. That can also lead to a wipe. Normally it shouldn't, but it can, so just make sure to use the defensive here. Alright, stars being hit by everyone. You see bosses going into intermission. How dire me. If you miss one, by the way, you can repeat and just get the last one that has been missed, but it makes a lot of more damage, so you need another defensive 100%, especially on a plus 17 key, or a group defensive. Maybe aim set is helping as well, I'm not sure about that, but just use some major defensives. Maybe Sapphire is helping, like on Evokers, or I think Rally Cry on a Warrior as well. So just use some AoE defensives on this one. If you're going to miss a star, it hurts like a truck. Here's already the next star that's just going to be thrown around. Healer is doing again the healing mechanic, as you see in the middle. And now the stars are exploding. You see, like here, collapsing energy getting removed. I got hit here, by the way. So you see, I think it's just survived because thanks to the aim set, maybe. Here we're going to spread again. Here you see the arrow a bit better because now it's directly targeted on me with the arrow. So again, just being done nicely. Bloodlust is being used now. Just move out of those areas, those circles. Yeah, and that's the whole boss. That's how it's going to work. And as tank, you should just always try to keep the boss like we are now in here at this corner. Or another corner is fine as well. We just used to use that corner mostly, as well as at the start, because so you can bait the assassins that are spawning at the start. After the intermission, there are no more assassins, but still the healing mechanic ongoing. This one is really hard, so healers have to do a good job here because they're coming collapsing stars with just the circles like this ones, as well as the healing mechanic that has just to be healed out as well. So this is really a scary moment, so help your healers with defenses, with just some healing stuff, maybe a healing potion, just to make sure to play it well. Here again, some defensive being used. Still a lot of damage, as you can see. Boss being moved again to the side. And then just the normal gameplay. Here you see 7.5 million nearly overall damage. I think not too bad if you just not forget with the intermission stuff where boss is immune and so you're losing an overall damage anyways, but I think it's fine on the damage meter. Didn't too bad. I could have done more, but I think there was a good comp by a lot of AoE pattern damage, especially of course Frost Decay and also our Shaman. Alright then, you see? Alright, good key. Easy timed, plus 18 from 16 to 217, plus 18 in IO, so also good amount for that one. Yeah, thank you guys for joining, for watching this video. I hope I could help you a little bit with explanations. You see here as well, 3 minutes left on the timers, so if you're going to play a little bit more safe, or you want to go a little bit more safe and you got damage around, like we got here, like around 7 million or so effective damage and a good comp, I think you can play a little bit more safer as long as you do not have too many deaths, because deaths, you see 2 deaths cost like 30 seconds. Let us have a wipe more, so one wipe would be around 1 minute 15 seconds again, so still one wipe would have been not that big of a problem, but yeah, you should just not make too many mistakes in this one, but it was definitely a finish, I think. We did good. Alright, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed the video. If you got questions, as always, just leave some comments below. I would appreciate an abo, of course, from you, and see you soon in the next video. Goodbye.